Hi guys, EJ here, and this is going to be my video entry into JASaare's contest. Jaime, one of the coolest people on YouTube, without a doubt. I just love her, and I love you, Jaime. Very warm, very nice, very caring, not afraid to speak your mind, perhaps against your husband's wishes sometimes, but it's great. Everything that Jaime does and says on her videos is just amazing. So if you haven't subbed to Jaime already, and most of you of course know how great she is, her channel will be in the description below. Check her out. And for her contest, very cool prizes, 3 really awesome prizes. And she wanted you to name your favorite song from a movie. And of course I couldn't pick 3, pick just one. So I went with 3, 2 songs, and the other one is sort of, it's not exactly a part of a score either. It's a song, but it's a classical piece, I'll call it. And so obviously the first one is the one you hear right now, and that's Aerosmith's Sweet Emotion, and I picked it because the opening of Dazed and Confused, the song plays, and it sets up the movie perfectly. And this is of course the soundtrack. And this song is actually not on this soundtrack, and I believe they came out with a part 2 soundtrack for Dazed and Confused, but I don't have that. But the reason why I picked this and love this movie so much, the music of this film was all bands of the 70s. And when this film came out in 1993, I was 15. This was the film that introduced me to all these great bands of the 70s. People like Rick Derringer, ZZ Top, Foghat, Kiss, Leonard Skinner. Yeah, so many great artists on this, Deep Purple on this soundtrack, Ted Nugent. And it's the opening scene of the movie with the cars, the awesome cars rolling in the parking lot in the high school, and it sets up the movie perfectly. That's why I picked it. And Aerosmith tickets, man, top priority of the summer. So for number 2, you might recognize it. It's from my favorite scene of one of my favorite films of all time, and it's The Shawshank Redemption. It's a scene where Andy he gets a bunch of records, and he just picks one and plays it over the loudspeaker, and he locks the door, and as the warden and the guards try and break in, he turns up the volume on the speaker, and everybody in the yard, all the inmates in the yard, they just stand still and listen to this beautiful piece of music. It's from The Marriage of Figaro by Mozart, called, it's a duet called Sul Aria, and as Red explains, they didn't know what those 2 women were singing about. But every man in Shawshank felt free at that moment, and it's one of the most beautiful moments in a great film. So I had to pick this piece. Okay, last but not least, and if you don't know already, this is a song that really, when I think of this song and I think of this movie and this franchise, this is the song that pops to mind straight away for me, and that's You Could Be Mine by Guns N' Roses, and that of course is the film Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I just picture Edward Furlong on his bike, riding along, and then the chase, and with Arnie on the bike. It's just awesome. And I love Guns N' Roses, obviously, because of the shirt, and one of the best bands of all time. They could have been even greater. They kind of died before they ever really, but they were huge. I mean, Guns N' Roses were like awesome. It was a shot of, a breath of fresh air when they arrived on the scene. and this song and this movie sort of captures that for me, especially in 1991 when the film came out, and the song, part of Use Your Illusion, the double disc album, that's just awesome. And I also love, even though a lot of people I guess don't like Terminator Salvation, they also use the song in Terminator Salvation. So those are 3 of my favorite songs from movies. Again, sub to Jamie if you haven't already. Why haven't you already? She's awesome, she rocks. I'm not gonna suck up as much as Justin did, but Jamie, you know I love you. I hope you like this video, and thank you for having this awesome contest. So until next time, I'll see ya.